book of Malachi. I bet everybody's saying right, oh, I know what he going.
Reach the word.
Thank you, Master. I appreciate it. I heard somebody out there on my side. So maybe if I got to run out of here, just hear a whole 4 or 5 miles till I can get out that door. Oh, how much. Third chapter, I'm going to start. You'll find me reading at the 6th verse. I think I'm going to read down to verse 10. Praise the Lord.
Lord Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
And the word of God reads as is, for I am the Lord.
Yes.
I change not.
Amen. All right.
Tell you right off the bat, he don't change. You change, but he don't.
All right.
Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. And that's some words that I want you to keep in mind in these verses. These words kind of stuck out to me, but keep them, and I'll kind of touch on them in a little bit. 7th verse, even from the days of your fathers, ye are gone away from mine ordinance. God has given us some ordinance.
Yes.
And have not kept them. Uh-oh, we have not kept them.
Lord Jesus.
Listen at this. Return unto me. God is asking you to come home, come on back.
All right.
And I will return unto you. Sounds like to me, draw nigh unto me, and God will draw nigh unto you.
Yes,
Saith the Lord of hosts. Listen at this. But ye said, wherein shall we return? That's a question back to God. And this 8th verse is basically what I'm going to be dealing with today. Will a man rob God?
Lord Jesus.
Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, now listen, now God already told them, you done robbed me. Now they're going to come back with a question. Listen, wherein have we robbed thee? In other words, when have I robbed you, God?
Lord Jesus.
Oh, how mercy is you. This is the kind of messages, you know. Folks sometimes they don't want to hear these things, you know.
All right.
Now watch God. Now listen at his reply. In tithes and offerings.
Yes.
Tithes and offerings.
Lord Jesus.
When you come around, oh God, I'm going to get ahead of myself.
Bless Jesus, bless the Lord.
Wait. Oh God. Let me stop. Let me keep on reading. Now I'm about to start preaching. And my prayer team ain't even came and prayed for me yet. And after today, I'm going to need some prayer. 9th verse, ye are cursed with a curse.
Yes.
Man, that's pretty rough. That's Frank, man. I mean, you cursed with a curse.
Lord Jesus.
Man, that means the curse is already on you. It's cursed too. Oh, good gracious of life.
Lord Jesus.
For ye have robbed me. That's God's talking. Ye have robbed me. And let me tell you, he's not talking to the folks that's out there in the streets.
All right.
He expects them to do that, but right now he's talking to the household of faith.
All right. All
Grace
right.
of life. Somebody said, where'd that boy get that from?
Yes. Lord Jesus.
Listen at this. Even this whole nation, he said all of them. He didn't leave nobody out. Now watch what he says. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house. Mine house meaning my house, not 3219 Forest View Avenue, where I reside. He's talking about his house, which is the house of God.
Yes, Lord.
Good grace of the Lord. Stacy, I'm trying not to go to preaching, man, because I need your prayers, man.
Lord Jesus.
Lord, have mercy. And prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts.
Yes.
If I will not open you, watch this now. Now this is the results of keeping the ordinance.
Yes.
Now watch this now. If I will not open you the windows of heaven. He's saying now, if you keep my holy ordinance,
Yes, Lord.
I'm going to bless you.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Lord Jesus.
He said he's going to open the windows of heaven. Boy, you still trying to start preaching. Hold up, just finish reading, man. and pour you out a blessing.
Lord Jesus.
Watch this now. That there shall not be room enough to receive it.
Yes.
Places of life.
Thank you, Lord.
Lord, I have another topic. States from God and gave him none. Already. Now, I might as well scratch that one out.
All right.
I'll use for a topic. There's a robber in the house. We always come in the back door around there, and the house is long. So you come in down here, you walk this way all the way through.
Yes.
And we sleep on this end.
Uh-huh.
And there are times when, you know, I guess we all done been like that, thought you heard something. Oh,
Yes.
Lord.
Yes.
And you know, one thing I learned a long time ago, the way I just do things, I keep light the furthest way from me. What about you got to get up in the middle of the night? Well, you feel your way to the bathroom, I guess. But if someone was to come in, I don't want him to be able to see me, but I want to be able to see him. So I want light the furthest from me. Where I'm laying my head is dark. Oh, good gracious of life.
All right.
Well, I said, man, where is he going with this thing? Fortunate, I've been fortunate enough to never have a robber in the house.
Yes.
Lord Jesus.
I believe he's been fortunate enough to never try to come in my house.
All
I
right.
mean, the Lord, because I'm going to tell you, Lord have mercy, Jesus. You know, sometimes we try to get too old. But I'm going to tell you right now, you come in now, if you do, you're going to be through.
All right.
Ain't no other way with ifs, ands, and buts about it. So your best bet is to pass my house.
All right.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to be already tired by the time you climb that hill and you out of breath when you get in there. Lord, why am I going here? Let me leave this alone. Let me go back and read this again, y'all. You see me rambling, I'm all over the place right now, but by the help of the Lord, I'm going to convey to you what the Lord has given me.
Yes.
Lord Jesus.
I want to kind of read through a lot slower this time because I want to kind of elaborate on some of this, this writings here. For I am the Lord. He's letting us know that I am the Lord. He's the only one. There is none other like him. He's in a class all by himself.
Yes.
He's God.
Yes, he is.
Donald Trump ain't nowhere near with him. There I go again. The presidents and the kings and the queens and all the different monarchies of the world, they are nothing when it comes to God.
Amen.
Because you know what? He was around before they were even born.
Yes.
So he's wanting to make this thing clear from the very beginning. For I am the Lord.
Amen.
He didn't say for I am a Lord. He said I am the Lord.
Yes.
Watch this now. I change not.
Yes.
Woo! Glory be to God. We change.
Yes.
Well, I look nothing like I looked when I was 20. The weather changes.
Yes.
I see the sun out, but the sun wasn't out 2 days ago, right?
Lord Jesus.
Times change.
Yes.
This building has changed. It don't look exactly like it looked when it was first finished.
Lord
Huh?
Jesus.
So now first of all he's addressing that he's the Lord.
Yes.
And then he went on to say that I change not, meaning there's no changing in me. The way I think today, I thought yesterday, and I'm going to think tomorrow. Because I am the Lord, I change not.
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
Yes, Lord.
Listen to this. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Woo!
Lord Jesus.
Listen. Even from the days of your fathers, ye are gone away from mine ordinance. That's what I'm trying to get to right now.
Lord Jesus.
Ordinance, listen at this. A piece of legislation enacted by a municipal authority. Now we know what a municipal is. That's the folk uptown, city council, and all them folk. And then it's a municipal authority. But there's one authority that far exceeds this authority.
Yes.
God has authority over everything. God don't have to answer to nobody. God has given us his authority. We're supposed to answer to him.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Praise be to God.
Yes, Lord.
Listen. Talk about, let me go back to that again. Order is a piece of legislation enacted by a municipal authority, meaning that God has placed ordinance for man to live by.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Amen.
Are we keeping God's ordinance?
Lord Jesus.
Lord, have mercy. My Lord. And have not kept them. Meaning, okay, now he's given the authority. In other words, he's given us ordinance telling us what we must do, not what we think we can do or what we assume we want to do.
Lord Jesus.
Yes.
Hallelujah. But he's given us ordinance. Hallelujah.
Yes.
He has the authority to give us the ordinance.
Yes,
Praise the Lord. Y'all praying with me? Lord have mercy. But even though he has all authority, he is God, as he's already said. There is none other like him. He's given us orders, he has the authority to do it, but we still have not kept them.
Lord Jesus.
Talking about disobedience now.
Lord Jesus.
Somebody told me one time, well, you know, the Bible says, you'll be cursed with a curse, but it didn't say it was a sin. No, it did not. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Basically, what we're dealing with today is tithing our tenth. Oh God, boy, you're getting ahead of yourself. But no, it didn't say that. But I'll tell you what. Who wants to be cursed?
Lord Jesus. My Lord.
No, let me back up. Who wants to be cursed with a curse?
Lord
Man, that's some double stuff, that man.
Yes.
That's some double stuff.
It is.
Being cursed. Well, you already got one curse, and that curse is cursed.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, gee.
Lord Jesus.
Boy, I'm going to get to it in a little bit, y'all. Y'all hold on. Now, he's already acknowledged that he is the Lord. He changes not. He has the authority to give us ordinance. Watch this now. And we have not kept them. Now, listen what he says. Return unto me. Even after all this we've done, God is saying, return unto me. Yes. Meaning that I still love you.
Yes.
I know you disobeyed me. But I am the Lord. Hallelujah. And I change not. If I loved you last year, this time, I love you this year, this time. And even in the middle of all that, I was still loving you.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
He said, come home.
Yes,
Lord, have mercy, Jesus. God, I need your help.
Lord Jesus.
And I will return unto you, said the Lord of hosts. Now, it's identifying who's saying this. The Lord of hosts is saying that if you return unto me, I'm going to return unto you.
Yes.
Gracious of life. And then we wonder sometimes, how did God get way over there? That's the wrong question to be asking.
Lord Jesus.
You need to be asking, how did I get way over there? Because God never moved. Gracious of life. If he doesn't change, then he doesn't move. We change. There's no way I can say I'm in the same mood I was in yesterday.
Lord Jesus.
You can't even remember what kind of mood I was in yesterday. Praise the Lord.
Lord Jesus.
Lord, I need your help. Listen. But ye said, wherein shall we return? Now there's the question, Lord, what am I supposed to be returning to? Oh God, hallelujah.
Lord Jesus.
Return to the bosom of God. That's what.
Lord Jesus.
Return to the holy ordinance of God. Now, I know some of these military folks probably thought when I came to ordinance, they might thought I was talking about bombs and hand grenades and all that stuff is considered ordinance. How many military people we got in here? I know we got one right here. Two. I ain't talking about hand grenades, brothers. You ain't got to holler, hit the deck. You ain't got to. We all right. Lord have mercy. Listen, 8th verse, will a man rob God? Now, some people ask, why does God ask a question that he already knows the answer to? Yeah, he knows the answer, but you know what? He's trying to help us to know the answer. Because sometimes we might think think I should let you be this, man, because, you know, they'd be mad with you. But you talking about robbers in the house? What is a robber? Oh, how mercy, Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Somebody saying thief. Somebody said a low-down thief. You know, I think you're supposed to give you a long name. Oh, bless my mother. Oh, Lord, I'm told him. Listen, to take property unlawfully from a person or place. Person or place.
Yes.
Place can be the church.
All right. Lord Jesus.
Can I say it?
Say it.
Person might be the pastor. Oh, Lord.
Lord Jesus.
Can I go there? Yeah. He don't need nothing.
All right.
Hold on.
Lord Jesus.
I see him driving this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Lord.
All right now.
She got a new dress.
Yeah.
People are missing the point.
Lord
Oh,
Jesus.
God. Somebody said, oh, he got to elaborate on that down there.
All right.
Oh. Priscilla, you with me. I need some help, girl, but this thing is tight. But God knows it's right.
All right.
When you give to the man of God, you're not giving to him, how can I put this thing? Lord knows we ain't trying to make him rich. But you're doing this to bless yourself. To receive. You're keeping, you stand in compliance. Oh, I'm trying to be smart now. You stand in compliance with his ordinance and the authority that he gave to the ordinance. Now he's God all by himself. You say you're God's child. Woo! Glory to God. But somehow or another, you know, we may shout, oh boy. Oh, we may speak in tongues. We preach. We sing. But Lord, have mercy when it comes to them dead presidents. You want to keep them buried. You know how. Somebody gonna say, oh, he's just trying to get a new suit. Oh, have mercy, Jesus.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh, Jesus. Man, I'm telling y'all the truth. Man, make sure you keep that door unlocked. I'm out of here. Let me read it again. Because then now, so you won't think that I made it all up. You made it before. That's why I found it. To rob, to take property, unlawfully meaning it don't belong to you. From a person or place, meaning you done went and took something don't belong to you.
Amen.
Man, I know somebody say, I went to work. I went 8 hours a day.
Lord Jesus.
Mr. Charlie gave me this check.
All right.
Oh, Lord. But God has a holy ordinance. And he has the authority to tell you. Because he's God, the creator of all things. And God, the thing about him, he always tries to give us a chance. All he asked for is 10%.
That's all.
My God, if we can't do it.
Lord Jesus.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Jesus.
If you make $100, God said, just give me 10% of my money.
Yes, 10.
He didn't say your money. He said, give me 10% of my money.
His money. Right.
All things belong to him.
Yes.
God asked you talking about.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ananias and Sapphira
Yes.
were two people that they could have kept alive to themselves.
All right.
I don't think they'd be alive today, but they would probably live longer than they did.
Yeah.
Come in line about how much they done sold the land for.
Lord Jesus.
You know how some of us do at tax time, we grab everybody's baby.
All right.
Oh, let me duck on that.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. right.
Jesus.
And Peter, according to the Bible, Peter said, why have you allowed Satan, I think it was, to cause you to lie to the Holy Ghost?
Lord Jesus.
Yes.
The Bible said he gave up the ghost right there.
Yes,
Here
yes.
come one husband. That probably one, you know how it be sometimes. Sometimes a husband and wife come to church in separate cars, but one can't get ready. Here comes the other one coming in. Told the same lie.
Yes.
Lord Jesus.
You can say the same feet.
Lord Jesus.
Which one died first? The wife, wasn't it? It was the wife. Said the same feet that carried her out of here, is standing at the door to carry you out of here.
Lord
But Mom, that you afraid.
Lord Jesus.
Look at here. They died because they lied.
Yes, they did. Yes.
They was already cursed.
Yes.
Lord
Now I want to show you something now. I was sitting there yesterday after I made that, whatever that was I made. Pimp, I don't know what it was I made. But I had a taste for what I fried me some potatoes. And then why am I telling this, Lord? Maybe I'll tell it because maybe somebody go home and fix them because it was good. That's why I stayed out in everybody's face today, because I ate some more this morning. And but I'm not telling you. That's way off, man. Well, that wasn't all of them. See, I'm not telling that because he got it halfway. I fried these potatoes, and then I put me a pan in the oven. I sliced me some sausage, I put some green peppers and onions in it, and poured me a little soy sauce in there. Boy, I thought I was at meat problem. But I don't even know how I got there. But Jesus, Lord, I'm serious. Will a man rob God?
Lord Jesus.
Listen at this, and I kind of hit some of this. I got to hear myself. Tithing 1/10 of earnings taken for support. Watch this now, of the church and clergy. Now I want to show you something.
Lord Jesus.
Church and clergy.
Yes.
Now let's go back up. When I dealt with the word rob. Now remember that church and clergy. Y'all know what clergy is?
Yes.
That's me. And ministers. Church and clergy. Now listen to this. To rob is to take property unlawfully from a person, clergy, person,
Yes.
All right.
or place, church.
All right.
Oh, I'm telling you, I lost it. That one got it. Yeah, I know God gave it to me. Oh, Lord. 1/10 is all God is asking. And I'll tell you something, people of God. If you will stop allowing the devil to make you think, man, if I pay my tithe, how I'm going to pay Mr. Charlie?
Amen.
You start giving God what is his from when you first get it in your hands.
Lord Jesus.
You will get to the point to where you don't even miss it.
All right.
But I tell you what God got for you, you won't miss, because he already said in his word, now listen, that he'll open up the windows of heaven.
Yes.
You won't even have room to receive it.
Amen.
Oh, good God.
Yes.
Lord Jesus.
But as long as we keep focused on, I ain't getting the preacher nothing, you keep focusing on that, you're going to keep walking around here wondering how I'm going to pay this bill.
Yes.
Oh, God, my car broke down again. Oh, Lord, I ain't got this and I ain't got that. Let me tell you something, saints. That's what I was going to tell you earlier. When I was cooking yesterday, I was watching a movie. I'm going to show you something now.
All right.
That was my confirmation, minister. You know I like Western movies on Saturday. I like Western movies every day, I can watch them. But on a cold,
Yes.
cloudy, and snowy day, that's a good time to watch a good Western. And I'm going to show you something. Now John Wayne and a Mexican and a little young fella, they robbed the bank.
Yes.
Oh, God, let me tell you. So I want y'all to hear this now, because this is rich. They had robbed the bank, and they took off. They were riding. One got shot, but he was still holding on. They were running. Here come the posse behind them. Now, this particular sheriff, now tell me they don't sound like God. He didn't want to kill them, none of them. He pulled out a Winchester. But he didn't want to kill him. You know what he did? You know, most cowboys got a canteen. But this was the first time I ever seen something like a bag on the side of the horse. It had water in it. So he took his rifle. And he shot a hole in that bag. Now, the guy riding the horse didn't even know that it happened. He just riding and running. But, you know, they had the camera down on the side of the horse showing the water running out. See, when you try to hold on to what belongs to God, God will tear a hole in that pocket. Hallelujah. You think you're getting away. You think you done something. And it's all running out of there. And I'm going to show you something now. Them boys ran and they ran and they ran. And they ran into a desert.
Lord Jesus.
Yes. Yeah, Lord.
Old John Wayne got off the horse. Went around to the other side, to the Mexican horse. He picked the bag up. The bag was flat. It wasn't even a drop coming out of it. Now, here you are with no water and you facing a desert. Come on now.
Oh yeah.
See, when you hold on to God, hallelujah, God will allow you to run right into a desert. Hallelujah.
Come on.
And when you reach, good God Almighty, y'all ever had a hole in your pocket?
Yes.
And you reach and you can feel your skin. That's what's happening. A lot of us are scratching skin.
All right.
Woo! Glory to God.
All right.
And, oh, the Lord.
Lord Jesus.
We're scratching skin because we done cheated God. Lord have mercy.
Lord Jesus.
Man, let me tell you, it's a lonely thing to go through a desert without no water. And I'll tell you, it's a scary thing to go through a desert, hallelujah, with no water.
Lord Jesus.
Yes.
I said, I'm going to say it like some other folks say, water. But I say all that just to show you that when you try to steal from God,
Lord Jesus.
you ain't stealing from God, you stealing from yourself.
All right.
You hurting yourself. And I'll tell you, people of God, stop looking at what somebody else got.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Stop assuming, oh, they don't need this, they don't need that.
Jesus.
Woo! Glory be to God.
Hallelujah.
Keep God's holy ordinance that you can be blessed.
Yes,
You know, I've been praying, and I've been praying, people of God, since I come here to Thomasville, well, since I was appointed pastor, I've been praying that God make us a giving church.
Yes.
Lord Jesus.
Because if God makes us a giving church, God is going to bless us. And when God blesses us more, then we're able to do more for the church and in the church. Come on now.
Jesus. That's the truth. Yes.
Lord Jesus.
We say, I'm going to hold on
Yes.
with dear life.
Lord Jesus.
Something that belongs to God, because that I'm on the sidewalk looking in the window in the same dress, oh Lord, that's on that mannequin looks better on me. Oh God. Oh Lord.
Lord Jesus.
You know, I can't miss a week. Come on now.
All right.
I got to have them done. Come on now.
All right.
Woo! Somebody said, oh, he picking on the women. No, I'm coming to the men. Just hold on, I get there.
All right.
I always say them for later. Then here we go. Hallelujah.
Lord Jesus.
They're Prayer Jordans, and we see them. And you see Mike right here. You picture yourself. That's me.
Yes.
And then when you get them, you can't walk no better than you could in the crowd. Oh Lord.
All right.
Blessed Jesus.
Watch this. Watch this now. We see our brothers and sisters in need. Uh-oh.
Lord Jesus.
We say the same thing the world say, better them than me. Oh God.
Lord Jesus.
I'm just keeping it real, people.
Amen.
God is wanting to do something here at Parkside, but But we got to first understand God's holy ordinance. Oh, hallelujah. Listen, now I just dealt with tithes. Here's the other part. Offering.
All right.
That don't mean you offer your hand. Shake somebody's hand.
All right. All right.
That means you bring this stuff into the storehouse. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Lord Jesus.
We are missing blessings. When I say we, I'm talking about Christians in general. I'm not just talking about people here. Make myself clear. We are missing our blessings because we allow the enemy to make us think that if we keep God's holy ordinance, that I'm going to come up light, or I'm going to come up, it ain't right. I'm going to come up, oh Lord, there's my light. Oh, I'm not around it.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, y'all mercy Jesus. I'm just giving you what God gave me.
Lord Jesus.
People, stop cheating God.
Lord Jesus.
Some folk, let me tell you something I don't like. I know some, I hope I ain't seen nobody that do that. You're going to be mad at me. Stay in your seat if you going to come up here and touch the offering man like you done blessed it. No, you just cursed it.
Lord Jesus.
Where in the world you, I don't know where folk get that from. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy. No. God don't even recognize that.
Lord Jesus.
If you ain't putting nothing in it, I'm trying to put something in line with that. Oh, gee, boy. Man, I know y'all. I know this ain't one of them shy messages, God, but look, I'm giving you what God gave me.
Lord Jesus.
Listen at this. There's another word in those passages. The word curse. I ain't talking about no cursing. I ain't talking about, man, that ain't nothing about cuss you out. That's cussing. I'm talking about curse.
Lord Jesus.
Listen. A solemn utterance to invoke, watch this now, a supernatural power to inflict harm, watch this now, or punishment on someone or something. Now, I was just talking about, watch this now, I'm going to show you something now. I was just talking about, what was that? Person and place. Then I come down here, I was talking about church and clergy. Now here we are talking about, look at here, what did I say? Someone or something. Do you know you could be a curse to someone, or you can be a curse to the church? Woo! Boy, them folks looking at me like, boy, I didn't know that. Oh, hallelujah.
Lord Jesus.
You don't want to be cursed, people. Because that little bit mess you trying to hold on to, sometimes ain't nothing but $5 sometimes. And you think you got something and you doing like this right here. Guess what? While you holding on to that, everything is running out your pockets. Come on now. And then you wanna try to figure out why you going through what you going through. And let me say this, when it talks about a curse, it don't necessarily have to be money. Sometimes the curse could be sickness. Sometimes the curse may be you want to see your loved one saved and God don't hear your prayers. Woo! Man, it's getting tight. I can feel, I feel like I'm in a fight. I feel like I'm being squeezed on both sides. See, if you squeeze me too much, I really get the preacher go, what's in me going to come out? Hallelujah.
Lord Jesus.
Lord, have mercy.
My Lord Jesus.
I'm almost through.
Jesus.
The storehouse. What's the storehouse? The church.
Yes.
A building used for storing goods.
Lord Jesus.
Man, we're bypassing the storehouse and going to the store. Y'all know what the store is. Lord, we going to the store.
Lord Jesus.
Get me a Dr. Pepper.
Oh, yeah.
And a pack of peanuts. You know, won't get them a Dr. Pepper and a pack of peanuts, but they think they got some. The storehouse is the house of God.
Yes, it is.
This is where we bring our tithes and offerings.
Yes.
But I want to show you something now. God is saying that even though you give him that 10% from what is his anyway, but he has the 10% back to keep the house of God running. Let me tell you something, saints. Hallelujah. You got to have finances to operate God's house.
Yes, amen. Amen.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, you ain't going to send me up there. You see the Thomas we were talking about, in the name of Jesus. I command you to leave them lights on. That man going to call security, they going to tell me, in the name of the Lord, you better get out of here.
Yes. All right. Amen.
But man, you got people that talk crazy like that. The Lord ain't told you to go up there and tell nobody nothing that crazy.
Jesus.
Because if it had been so, why was Jesus and the disciples taking up money? Come on now.
All right.
Now he was the Lord himself.
Yes.
If anybody gonna do something like that, it'd been him.
Lord Jesus.
You know I can't do it. I got too many hang-ups and stuff. I ain't what Jesus is.
Amen.
Lord Jesus.
Lord have mercy. I tried, y'all. Listen to this. Malachi urged the people to stop holding back their tithes.
Yes.
Woo!
Lord Jesus.
Watch this now. To stop keeping from God what is deserved.
Yes, Lord.
It's already deserved in him anyway.
Yes, Lord.
So if he deserves it and you keep it, that makes you a robber. You steal it. Like we say in the old days. You don't say steal it, you say steal it. Praise the Lord.
Lord Jesus.
The tithing system began during the time of Moses.
Yes.
The Levites received some of the tithe because they could not, watch this, possess land of their own. What's a Levite? Somebody know what a Levite is? That's the priesthood. And the tribe of Israel. Well, that's one of the tribes. The Levites, they were the priests.
Yes.
They didn't own land. They spent most of their time praying on behalf of the saints. Come on now.
Yes, Lord.
Woo!
Yes.
They have to get out of their beds. Sometimes 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because they've got an urgent phone call. Somebody said, I didn't know they had phones back in the day. I don't came modern day now.
Lord Jesus.
They are in the hospital, hallelujah, with saints about to go into surgery. Saints that's been in surgery.
Lord Jesus.
They have to go in homes where the devil done tore up everything.
Lord Jesus.
And they guys have to come in and mend things back together. Oh my God, help us, Lord. Oh God, I need your help.
Lord Jesus.
Listen at this. During Malachi's day, the people were not giving tithes. So the Levites went, watch this now, to work to earn a living. In other words, they said, we got poor here, see that here. You ain't doing nothing. They ain't go to work. He ain't doing nothing. She ain't doing nothing. Woo!
Jesus. Jesus.
I gotta look out for me. Lord, I need your help. This is tight. I can feel it. I can feel it. Hold on to that good time real tight. They might snatch that thing and hit me in the head. Lord have mercy. Woo, God.
Lord Jesus. Jesus.
Let me say this, people of God. I'm not advocating for my pockets. For God will take care of me.
Amen.
Oh, I already know that. He done took care of me for an awful long time.
Lord Jesus.
But I'm trying to teach the people of God, hallelujah, how to be blessed, how to understand God's blessing plan.
Yes, yes.
Stop doing this and doing this.
Lord Jesus.
Then you're able to do this. Good God Almighty. Woo! Glory to God. See, God is trying to convey to us today. He's wanting to bless the people of God, but our vision has gotten cloudy, and we can't seem to understand what God is trying to teach us.
That's right, Pastor.
Lord, have
That's
mercy.
right.
Our Lord Jesus.
Yes.
Lord Jesus.
Then sometimes, oh God, can I go there?
Help us, Lord.
Sometimes we sit up in church and we look at our brothers and sisters and we get an attitude.
Come on.
Lord Jesus.
Trying to figure out how they get that.
All right.
How they get this.
Lord Jesus.
Are they selling drugs? Oh Lord.
Lord Jesus. Help us, Lord.
God's faithful people are going to be blessed.
Yes, right. Amen.
If I can't tell you nothing else, I can assure you that God's people that are faithful are going to be blessed.
Yes, Lord. Thank you.
Yes.
Amen. Yes, Lord Jesus.
Somebody had to
Thank
figure
you.
out why. Oh Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Lord, let me leave it alone. Let me
Thank
leave
you.
it alone, Lord. Listen. Thereby neglecting their God-given responsibilities. There it is. Responsibilities. That's your responsibility to pay your tithe.
Lord Jesus.
Yes.
Lord Jesus.
Yes.
If you are not a tithe payer, good God Almighty, boy, you need Jesus now.
Praise the
Lord.
Stop shouting.
Praise the
I just don't believe you know what you shout about. Come on, y'all, let's keep it real.
All right.
Yes.
I admit,
Lord Jesus.
oh God, you a little light.
Lord Jesus.
You, you ought to be able to jump higher than everybody else because you're light.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
And I'll tell you something, it's so sad. People get upset with you, man, when you tell them the truth.
Yes.
I ain't saying something I made up.
Lord Jesus.
I'm going to tell you what God said.
Lord Jesus.
Frank, you got my back, man. My Lord, let me, I'm about through, because I know I don't rub the folk the right way. When I say you rub them the wrong way, I rub you the right way.
Lord Jesus.
Listen at this. Thereby neglecting their God-given responsibilities to care for the temple and worship.
Lord Jesus.
Worship ain't always clapping your hands and praising and this, that. You worship with giving too.
Yes. Yes.
You know, I'll tell you something, people. And I know this is why the Lord has taken care of me so long. Well, I'm about to say I don't understand it. But I can't help it, Minister Pierre. I'm just a giving person.
Lord Jesus.
Now, I will admit, in past years, I may have gone through some muddy waters because when I come by the water, I found leeches on me. Oh, Lord.
Say so.
And see, when they latch on to you, you know, up on a leech, you got something look like a mouth, and it got teeth, and got like a suction thing. And so he latch on to you and suck into you like that. And then he bites into you. And when he bites into you, that causes blood. See, a leech is a parasite. See, he like to drink blood. Y'all thought Dracula was the only one drinking blood.
All right.
But they'll latch on to you, and they will suck you dry.
Jesus.
Just like a teeth.
Yes.
Man, preach one time, watch them dogs, might need to watch them ticks.
Lord Jesus.
But a leech will latch on to you.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you what they'll do. They'll play that brother and sister role on you. You're my brother. You're my sister. They ain't got nothing to do with you always begging. But I'm serious, y'all. I'm keeping it real.
Yes.
Some of these non-tithe payers, man, they latch on to you to take your blessing. You ain't getting mine. Now, I'll tell you something about me. God knows my heart. I'm just a giving person. I love to give. But when it comes to a deadbeat, no, you ain't getting nothing.
Yeah.
You forget it. That's out. It ain't happening, Captain.
Right.
Because I truly believe in giving and helping.
Yes.
I look here, man, I love giving to the needy. But I ain't thought twice about the greedy.
There you go.
That's how I operate. Oh, I know. I know some folk don't like what I'm saying. But you know what? I'm going to keep praying for you that God open your eyes and reveal to you what I'm trying to convey. I'm just showing love. I'm trying to teach us how to be blessed.
Lord Jesus.
Minister, you and I, we've had this conversation in the past. Minister Pierre, I know we were sitting in my house and we were talking. And I sat there and I listened to that sister. Woo! Glory be to God. And you know, I'm going to get in trouble calling names. I know it. Somebody going to say, he didn't call my name. He always try to say, I ain't gave nothing. No, I ain't say that. But my mind went there. And we were talking about giving, Brother Stacy. I know you understand it, brother. I know the acts of kindness that you've shown. Sister Brent, oh God, I will call names again. Whole church, I know what you're blessing. Like that.
Lord Jesus.
I mean, you get in trouble with the name stuff, man, but I can't help it. I'll look at you and I'll call your name. Listen, so when we refuse to return to him, a part of what he has given, here it is, watch this now. We rob him.
Yes.
Lord Jesus.
Oh my God. If we refuse to give God 10%,
Lord Jesus.
we're robbing him.
My Lord Jesus.
Then we'll want to pose the question, when have I robbed you, God? When have I broke into heaven and took something? Oh, good God Almighty. But I'm here to let you know, people of God, stop holding on to a little bit that you can receive a whole lot. You're missing your blessing for trying to hold on to this right here. And when God is going to give you all of this, but you can't see all of this because this here is in your eye and you can't see. You got to let God, let go and let God bless you. God wants to bless his people.
Jesus.
Yes, he does.
My dad can attest to this. I should have known a long time ago. I almost said it. Oh God. I almost said I should have known a long time ago I won't be a flunky. I'm always giving somebody something. No, I didn't say that. But my dad can attest to this. Even before I become a Christian, I was in high school. I worked at Wendy's on South Main. And my father said, no, you couldn't work there, but they ain't been no open that up. No, we crossed the street, man. This is the new one. When I would get paid, Sister Cole, Dad would take me to the bank and would cash my check. And he could attest, I used to pay my tithes. I was a sinner, and I paid my tithes. See, I understood as a sinner, hallelujah, what the word has said.
Yes.
Give God his 10%. And I'll tell you something else, people of God, and I'm not pushing this on nobody. This is what I do. Thanks to little J. Ricks. I don't pay tithes off my neck.
All right.
I pay tithes off my gross.
Yes.
Now, I'm not telling you to do that. No, I'm not. So don't nobody get upset now. I'm not asking you to do that.
Lord Jesus.
I'm just saying what I do. Because let me tell you something. I understand God's blessing plan.
Yes.
I understand what God has asked us to do.
Yes.
If it wasn't important, then God would not have commanded us to do it.
That's right.
Praise be to God. Hallelujah.
That's right.
Some folks, oh God,
Preach it.
they enjoying these lights,
All right, preach.
nice soft pews.
Yes.
The other day we sat on wood, and
Yes.
you got sober.
Yes.
Sometimes folks got up the shower so they can get up off that hard bench. They ain't felt nothing, they got up off the hard bench. Lord Jesus. Oh, I'm keeping it real. Got a nice set of drums, which I thank God Brother Bobby blessed us with those. Got a keyboard, got an organ over there. One day I plan to hear it. Oh Lord. But what I'm trying to say, people, this stuff ain't free.
Lord Jesus.
But then we got folks who want to enjoy it, but has not contributed.
Lord
Oh Lord. I'm about through.
Lord Jesus.
Listen to this now. Do you selfishly want to keep 100% of what God gives? What God gives? God gives. Do you want to keep 100% of what God gives? Remember that God gives. Oh, I earned it. What God gives.
Lord Jesus.
No, I went to work. God gives you the energy to go to work. God gives you the strength to go to work. God gave you the job. Oh, have mercy.
Yes, Lord.
Or are you willing to return at least 10% for advancing God's kingdom?
Yes, Jesus. Oh, bless the name of Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
It's your choice.
Yes, Lord.
And if you want to keep riding that horse and you don't know that bag done ran empty and you mess around and ride into a desert, you pull something out like me and wipe your head and reach for your bag and it's flat. If you want to keep on scratching skin,
Lord Jesus.
huh? Every time you look around, you calling your next of kin. But you ain't telling them. You walking in sin. Oh, Lord, I go rhyming again, Tasha.
Lord Jesus.
You know, I don't know what's wrong with that. Rhyming on me. Oh, have mercy. I'm going to read it again and I'm going to close.
Lord Jesus.
For I am the Lord.
Yes.
I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Man, you don't want to be consumed. Even from the days of your father, ye are gone away for mine ordinance. Ain't that so? We people that's living today, we were the first and I paid tithe.
Lord Jesus.
He just, that's what he said. And have not kept them. Return unto me, and I will return unto you, saith the Lord of hosts. But ye said, wherein shall we return? Return to all of God's holy ordinance. I'm going to be honest with you. As far as a preacher or any type of leader, if you're not a tithe payer, bro, I think we talked about this one time. How can you preach?
Lord Jesus.
If you're not a tithe payer, how you want to stand up before folk every Sunday and call yourself going to preach to them?
Lord Jesus.
Then things don't go your way, you get mad.
Lord Jesus.
And then you want to act like Moses and leave. I'm just keeping it real, folks. Listen to this. Here's the question. Will a man rob God? Boy, I'm going to tell you what. Everybody's settled right now, ain't you? Ain't got nobody want to jump up and shout. Man, this time we ought to be shouting. Yet, ye have robbed me. This is God talking to you. This isn't me. I'm just like the DA. He get up there and tell you what the law says. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? You want to ask that question. Well, the preacher just told you. In tithes and offerings. You know, I was talking with Deacon Baxter back here some months ago, I believe. And I told him, I said, D, I said, man, my tithes so low. I said, I just been throwing them in the offering, so I was too ashamed. But he said something that made a lot of sense. I'm gonna tell you something. You keep records. Now I'm throwing my tithe in there. It's better have a record I paid $2 than not have a record somebody say I paid $0. And he told me, and it made a lot of sense. Boy, I felt bad. I said, then I walked away, D. I ain't gonna lie. I walked away and I said,
think I would have paid my time.
You think I was lying? No. Lord have mercy. But, oh Lord. Of course, everybody knows that my tithes and my salary go to the state office. So what little bit I go out here and make out there, I ain't gonna say in the streets, because y'all be looking for me on the street going slinging dope. what I make outside of here, because you gotta be careful, man. Man driving poor man, that boy doing something. No, you right, he is doing something. He paying his tithes. He giving what little bit he got. He doing what God commanded him to do. I'm gonna tell you something. People of God, we need to stop thinking small. I'm keeping it real, man. And I ain't telling nobody to get no Maybach or no Rolls, man. But I'm just saying, if we believe that God will bless you, then why you doubt?
That's true. That's true.
And I'll tell you something. I'm gonna put it out there. Sometimes we'll take what belongs to God and give it to family members or friends.
Lord Jesus.
You better stop.
Amen.
You bringing a curse on yourself. Let me tell you something. I love my kids. I do what I can for them. Love my wife. I do what I can for them. But I tell you one thing, I ain't giving them God's money.
Lord Jesus.
Y'all still love me? I'm going to give God his.
Lord Jesus.
I enjoy being blessed.
Yes.
I don't know about y'all now. I mean, yeah, I got this old bum knee, but you know what? I could be confined to a wheelchair right now.
Amen.
Huh? Man, I could have slept in the shelter last night. You know, when I got up about 3 this morning, I went to the door. I opened that door and I felt that cold air. I couldn't do this morning, it was cold. But I felt that cold air and I said, Lord, it's so sad that somewhere out here, somebody's out here walking.
Yes.
But God has blessed me. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Woo! God has blessed me to where I'm in a position, minister,
Yes.
that as long as I live, I got somewhere to lay my head as long as I pay the taxes there.
Yes.
See, I got to let you know what God will do for you when you start trusting God.
Yes.
How many men you know look like me? Lose a house, and then 8 months later, I like them 8s. 8 months later, I was in another one.
Yes.
8 years after that, it's paid for. See, that's what God will do for you when you learn to trust God. God will bless you if you learn to do what God has commanded you to do.
Amen.
We hold on to a little bit and missing out on a whole lot.
Lord Jesus.
Huh? I know somebody right now. Oh, he said, oh, look at that, he's showing out there. I know somebody right now.
Lord Jesus.
God blessed them. Oh, when they told me that, boy, I'm telling you, my eyes are turning like that. I know somebody, hallelujah,
Lord Jesus.
that God blessed them in such a way
Jesus.
that it scared the people at the bank. Daddy called him.
Lord Jesus.
Telling them what God had done. And you know what's so sad about it? Oh God, why I got to go here? It's a shame you can't testify about it. Oh. You think folk won't rob you of your blessings?
Lord Jesus.
Oh, have mercy. But I'm just trying to show you what God will do, people. When we, do you know, I'm going to say this right here. You wouldn't believe what we could do here at this church if we had 100% tithing.
Lord Jesus.
I'm trying to tell you. Man, look, if we had 100% tithing, I guarantee you, before you know it, this bill will be paid for, and you'll be shouting going on. You won't know why you shouting.
Yes.
Lord Jesus.
But you know what? No, I'm not going there. I'll tell that another time.
That's the Lord.
I don't mean enough folk mad at me today.
Jesus.
Oh, I know you're mad. I can feel it. I can feel your eyes just hitting me. Turn around and hit me in the back. Just get the eye off of me. God, hallelujah. Jesus. Robbers in the house.
Yes. Yes.
Only thing about it, we ain't want to get rid of robbers. We just want to teach them how to stop robbing. You know, what that word, rehabilitate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Saturate them in the power of God. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Fill them with the word.
Yes.
Good God Almighty. Woo! You know, get them just right. You know,
Yes.
and it'd be so easy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Like, no. I'm going to stop, y'all. People of God, I'm just sharing with you what God gave me. I know sometimes some of my messages just ain't too popular. But I know one thing. When you want to do what's right, you're not going to be popular.
That's
right.
If I got up here this morning and y'all won't be mad at me now and preach prosperity, nothing but prosperity. I ain't telling you how to be prosperous. Just keep preaching prosperity like we hear a lot of times. Oh, Jesus will do this. Just believe. Just believe. Y'all know oh Lord, I get the marketing, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it works two ways, people. And I'll tell you this too. Let me say this. There's some things I got to do with a pastor here. I'm gonna put it this way. I refuse to have people in leadership that's not being faithful in that area. I mean, how you gonna lead if you all jacked up? You trying to lead somebody in the battle, you ain't got no help, you ain't got no sense, you ain't got no weapon, your Jeep don't have no engine. Lord have mercy. They better off on their own. I know what I do. I said, look here, you a leader and everything, so but you gonna lead them, I'm gonna go this way. But leaders lead by example. Oh, I know this thing is tight, boy. These folks are looking at me. Oh, Mr. Jesus. If y'all only knew what some of y'all faces were telling me. Some of them told me to shut up. Some of them said, I can't stand you no more. Well, you know what he told me in his word? He said, I make your face just as hard as me. He said, they give you a hard face. He said, I'll make yours hard. So, I truly pray that I've said something that will help somebody. Man, I'm telling you, I just want to see God's people blessed. That's all I want to see. But man, we walk around here, man, we all tore up and holes in our pockets. And then you trying to tell somebody, try Jesus. He'll bless you. Light bill due, telephone disconnect, waiting on the next paycheck. Turn it over to the Lord, he'll work it out. Oh, no.